I bet. Welcome back to another episode of Toxiris Thoughts. Today we got five rappers I haven't heard a single project of. Let's get into it. So the first one I'm gonna start off with. Many of these are, I would say, kind of controversial. The first one I'm gonna start off with is Rae Sremmurd, as the group Rae Sremmurd, Slim Jimmy, and Sway Lee. Yeah, I haven't heard a single project from them, and that's actually weird. It's weird for most of these artists, but it's probably one of the weirdest occasions for them because I actually enjoy many of the singles I've heard, like Black Beatles, No Type. Okay, No Flex Zone ain't that good, but I enjoyed a couple of the singles, and I really like Sway Lee as a feature artist. But I don't know, I just never got around to listening to one of their projects, and honestly, I'm not even that interested into it. Like, it's just not. I'm not sitting there at like my table at 3 p.m. being like, damn, I gotta listen to a Rae Sremmurd project. It's just kind of irrelevant for me. Y'all can take this video like as a guide for the next Toxic Discovers, because yeah, I haven't heard any project from any of these artists, and some of them have plenty of projects. So yeah, that's the first artist, Rae Sremmurd. Um, Never heard anything from them, and I actually don't know why. Next artist we got is Lil Mosey. I have heard a lot of Lil Mosey songs. I would say, yeah, I've heard 40% of his catalog, but I've never heard a full album from him. Um, just because, honestly, for him, I'm not surprised at all. I've just never been interested in his music. Like, I listened to two Mosey songs in a row, and I'm like, okay, enjoyable, but I'm good. I'm good. Okay, I don't need more. I'm good. I'm okay. I don't need anything else. It's good. It's enjoyable. Now something else, please. And that's just for Mosey. I don't know. It's probably because I never heard a project from him, but yeah, never felt the urge to listen to one of his projects. And if somebody would be like, "Yo, let's listen to Lil Mosey," I would be like, oh, okay, I guess. Just throw it on, I guess. I don't care. So yeah, that's the case for Lil Mosey. Next one we got is Headie One. Throw some UK artists in here. Yeah, I've heard a lot of Headie One songs, and I've heard parts of the Trappers and Drillers. I think that's the project with RV. I've heard parts of that project, but not the full one. I feel like Headie One is good from what I've heard, but in UK music, there are just artists that I would listen to way before him. So that's why I never listened to him, because I'm interested in listening to a Headie One project. That's not my problem. It's just I'd rather listen to another Skepta project or listen to another Abracadabra project. For me, I just enjoy those artists overall more. Um, and yeah, that's the reason why I never got around listening to Headie One. I like his music for the most part. I think it can get pretty boring up to some points, but there's just artists from the UK that I would put above him and that I would listen to more than him. The next one we got is this is probably the most controversial one on here. I've never heard a single Nicki Minaj tape. That is the weirdest one on here easily. A couple Nicki Minaj songs. I grew up as a child with those songs, and I see that Nicki Minaj is one of the queens of rap. That she is very talented. I like a lot of the songs I've heard so far, but I've never gotten around to listening to a full project by her. I don't know. She just doesn't have that standout project where it's like, okay, this is a classic. She has a couple tapes that are pretty praised, but I've never heard anyone say, okay, this Nicki Minaj album is a must listen. Never heard that. Never. Okay? So that's probably a reason I never got around to listening to one of her tapes, because every time I go onto her Spotify, because I'm like, okay, maybe I could listen to Nicki Minaj, I'm like, yo, where should I start? At the bottom? At the top? So classic? What's a Nicki Minaj classic? I don't know. So yeah, that's why I never heard a single Nicki Minaj tape. Then the last one we got is Tory Lanez, and I'm kind of cheating on here because I've heard one of the 2021 EPs he's been dropping, but that's a 5-track EP. So yeah, I've heard his project, but does it really count? No. Thank you. Tory Lanez just has never been interesting enough to listen to a project for me. I've tried to listen to a project by him before. to one of his 2019 projects, I think. I don't know if there's more or just one. And it was just so boring to me, I had to turn it off. If I got some Tory Lanez fans in here, hey, wait till the next Toxiris discovers and throw some Tory Lanez projects on here. I mean, you can throw for every artist some under Toxiris discovers. I'm just saying. I never heard of Tory Lanez project, and that's just because I'm not interested in it. Because Tory Lanez, when he's featuring Meek Mill, that's great. But other than that, most Tory Lanez material is just mid as hell to me. It's just not interesting at all. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. That's just 5 artists I've never heard a single project of. And with that being said, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great one.
Remember back then, all them hoes ain't want me. Now I'm ballin', all them same hoes on me. Mama told me that this came with the money and the motherfucking fame. Even though I feel the same, I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now.